Ajang Dengchenko is so vocal and yet is being resettled in Australia. Is South Sudan neighbor to Australia? Yeah, Ajak. Was it interesting for you to be resettled in Australia as a political refugee, and if it is not right for Palestinian to be resettled in that poor country? Some people are taking it as people from diaspora, as the people opposing the move. Welcome to Jimosi podcast. So there was a trending story this week about the move of Palestinian from Gaza to South Sudan. And this one has brought a big debate among the South Sudanese community. And there are people that are opposing. There are people that are opposing the move, and there are those that are supporting the move. And what I've observed is that the people that are opposing the people that are supporting the move, instead of giving the reasons as to why they think the Palestinians should be resettled in South Sudan, most of them are criticizing the reasons of the people opposing the move.
Yes.
And in my opinion, the way that it's supposed to work is that I give my reason why I think these people should not be moved to South Sudan or resettled in South Sudan. And then you give your reasons as to why you think they should be brought to South Sudan. If you are supporting the move, don't come and say what you are saying is wrong or is this. Say, my reasons. And people have to judge. They look at your reasons why you support such move. And people look at my reason of why I oppose that move. And one of the people is looking like the majority of the people that are opposing this move, based on what is being posted, what is being shared. Some people are taking it as people from diaspora, as the people opposing the move. And most of the supporters, I've seen most of them are people that are living on ground in South Sudan.
Either in South Sudan or across East African countries.
Yes. And I've seen Ajang Dengchenko being so vocal about this issue and has been throwing in article back to back. And there's one comment that stood out.
What did Ajak say? Is he supporting or opposing?
Ajak is opposing the move of the Palestinian from Gaza to South Sudan, and has been giving some of his facts, some of history or whatever. You go to his page, you will see what he's talking about. But on his page, there's one of the comments that stood out to me. And this comment was coming from Benjamin Akol. So this is what he said. Ajang Dengchenko is so vocal and yet is being resettled in Australia. There's English issue there. I'm just reading the way it is. Is South Sudan neighbor to Australia? Yeah, Ajak. Was it interesting for you to be resettled in Australia as a political refugee, and if it is not right for Palestinian to be resettled in that poor country? Can you listen to your ego? You enjoy the benefit of being a refugee in Australia and argue that the Palestinians should not be resettled somewhere in South Sudan. They are not even going to accept that forceful resettlement. They didn't accept to go to Lebanon, Egypt, and leave alone South Sudan. Our government can be seen talking with another country for our interests. There's like a question mark. Israel trained John Garang with other leaders of Anyanya 1. Why not with them? We are part of UN, so we must accept to resettle refugees. And from that, and then there were a lot of back and forth. And then somebody asked Benjamin, did Australia give part of South Sudan? No, did Australia give part of their land to South Sudanese, or did Australia have a refugee camp for South Sudanese? With this, he's going personal there. So now looking at...
No, it's like they're asking if Australia gave out part of their land to be inhabited by South Sudanese.
Or was a refugee camp set up in Australia for South Sudanese to be moved in? So that was the question. But there was a part of it that I left it out, that I say it's getting personal. I didn't read that part.
Okay, so personally, I think, like, based on the comment that you just read, and some of the reasons that Ajang gave us to why he does not support the relocation of Palestinians from Gaza to South Sudan. I think if I could guess, that Benjamin is somewhere in Africa. He's not in the diaspora. And also saying that someone has been resettled, it's not like Australians were just taking South Sudanese, purely South Sudanese, and resettling them. It was all the refugees from different camps. Maybe from Uganda, I don't know, but probably some from Uganda and some from Kenya, Dadaab. So there's a lot of nationalities that were resettled in different parts of the
world to Australia.
Yeah.
But the way that I look at it is this way. Benjamin is looking at it. His angle of seeing things is different from mine because when Australian government was taking people from refugees camp to be settled in Australia, they didn't take them from South Sudan. They picked them from their neighboring countries where these people were seeking refuge. So they took them from Kenya, Uganda, or any other country. They didn't go directly to South Sudan and say, where are the internal displaced people? Let's take all of you to Australia. They pick few individual. And when they did that, there was a process where you are picked as individual. You go all through the security checking. It was not like you are picked from
medical examination.
Just make sure that you are healthy before you are taken to Australia. People were not just picked on random street in Kakuma refugee camps and taken to Australia. There was a process to it. If South Sudan was saying that being part of the UN and they can take on refugees, if they want to resettle some of Gazans or the Palestinian refugees, they go to Lebanon, the neighboring countries, and say, where are the Palestinian refugees? We want to resettle them in South Sudan. They fill out the right paperwork. They vet them. They vet them. They vet them. To make sure that this person has no criminal background, is a healthy person, and is being moved to South Sudan. So kind of things, and then it's now moved. They go to Egypt.
And you also do medical checkup too.
Yes, so they go to the neighboring countries and take refugees from there. That one is acceptable. Or if some of Palestinians say that they want to come to South Sudan as political refugees, they went to South Sudan embassy or wherever it is, and then they are seeking that political refuge.
Like within their country or in other countries.
Yes, that one is acceptable. But look at it at this angle. This is the government that is fighting with them. Take, for example, the case of Sudan. Let's take it back to our homeland. Let's take it home. That the time that we were fighting with Sudan, if the government of Sudan went all the way to Australia or to US and say, you Australia, let's make a deal. You take South Sudanese from their land, all of them, so that the southern part of the country remain empty. We'll rebuild it and then we'll call them to come back. Look at it at that angle. Don't look at it at the angle of, these are refugees that are seeking refuge and we are refusing. That's not the point.
So long as they are still in Gaza, they are not refugees. They are nationals of that region. So, but then I think this one is becoming personal. Like people are just attacking each other's personalities for no reason. And especially those who are supporting the relocation, instead of giving their own points as to why
they support
they
the move.
should be moved. Let's say, for example, humanitarian reasons, like considering that these are people who are being displaced from their land. So if that was the case, then at least it makes sense. Because even you, some of your relatives or yourself, you have been a refugee at some point and you relocated. So at least that gives some compassion. It's like you are giving compassionate reasons as to why you are supporting the move. But this one is just like two independent governments striking a deal
on behalf of us
to relocate another citizens of another country to one of those countries for one of the two governments that are striking a deal. It doesn't make sense. Like here, you are not giving those who are supposed to be resettled, you have not given them a chance to decide whether they want to be relocated from their own country or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also like when the whole thing started, people saying, "Oh, South Sudan has been working with the Israel. Israel has been helping South Sudan, and it is our turn to help them. Why not step in?" These people should look at it this way. South Sudan have been having their help here and there with Israel after we got the independence, or even during that time. Were we not helping them? Maybe we're helping them in a way. Nobody knows, right? Because the government things are not easily disclosed. But now, why do these other people want us to help them during the time of conflict by moving somebody fighting with them? This is where my problem is.
Yeah. That's like creating enemies for yourself.
Yes. But again, looking at some of the people or some of the critics that are opposing, people supporting, or people that are against the move of the Palestinian from Gaza to South Sudan, these people that are opposing, like you said earlier, instead of giving the reason as to why, my reason A, why I want these people to come to South Sudan is because they will come with capital, they will come and invest, they will create employment, they will do this. Or two, these people are running away from war. If we can save their life, this is the reason why I support this. This is the other reason. Instead, they leave that and they focus on and saying that they look at your reasoning and then they question it. They say the reason why we fought with Arab was not religion. You see, they're not supporting the reason why they want these people to come. The reason why we fought with Arab was not religion. It was this. South Sudan is so corrupt. South Sudan has a tribal conflict, has intercommunal conflict. But look at it this way. Some of these issues that they brought up, in my opinion, can be resolved. Some of them can be resolved through election. Some of them can be resolved through a dialogue. Let's say if they say some few individuals are corrupt right now. Next year, if we unite as citizens and we elect an independent candidate that we think can lead the country, or from a small party that nobody is aware of, who is clean and can clean out the corruption, that one will be gone. The corruption thing, the intercommunal. If somebody come and say, South Sudan needs a reconciliation, let us sit down as a country and work on our dialogue. Let's have a dialogue as a community. That one can happen. But when it comes to the future issues that can be resolved, that can be created by this issue that's about to happen right now, will not be resolved through voting. They will not be resolved through community dialogue or through a reconciliation conference that will be called. This one will have to be fought through fighting.
This is going to be like a war of culture and religion. Mostly those two. And then in addition to an internalized enmity due to the move itself. So that one would create some bitterness amongst them, because they would be like, if these people had rejected the proposal by the other government, then we would not be in this country. So those are like three things that are likely to bring a lot of conflict in the near future. And I also wanted to look at, so the issue of internal conflicts, the intercommunal conflicts that a lot of people are referencing. I found that government failure and communal conflicts, there's a lot of agreement between those who are supporting the move and those who are against the move. But then when you refer to these things of failure of the government and the communal conflicts amongst different tribes or within the same tribes of South Sudan, then if you look at states like Lake State, wherein Tweny is the current governor, right now the internal conflicts have reduced, right? From when he took over the leadership. But before him, there was a lot of war, displacement here and there, and like the fight was so intense. So if we do election like you said, and then we elect better leaders, And then those leaders with appointing positions are going to appoint better leaders as well, instead of looking at corrupt individuals. And then we get 10 people like Green Twain to lead the 10 states and the 3 administrative areas. Then we would have addressed the issue of conflicts. So it's not like two wrongs don't make a right. Because the country is messed up, you don't have to add on to the mess. Instead, try to clean it internally and see how to address some of these issues before you go ahead and absorb some people. Yeah.
Yeah, like you mentioned, some of these issues we are going to resolve them in the future in an easy way compared with the move itself. Because literacy rate was low in South Sudan, but now people are going to school.
It's still low.
Yeah, it's still low, but it's improving compared to when we came in 2005.
Like 11, 14 years ago.
Yes. So in 2010, let's take, for example, if something like this would have happened, do you think the kind of uproar that has happened right now will be the same? It will not be the same. So with time, our people will be more educated, and highly educated people will occupy some of the position, and maybe their personal interest will go down a little bit. So we can't compare, we cannot look past this generation or this regime that is ruling the country past 20 years when there will be a new people. Some of them are in the 70s.
Yeah, like most of them will just...
If the law of the nature will do what it does best in the next 20 years. And we'll have new people that have seen the world, that want the country to move forward. So for that reason, because these people are bad, we shouldn't make another mistake just to two wrong they don't make a right?
Yeah.
And then there was this issue too that I was thinking of, that every time anything happened in South Sudan and the people in diaspora put their opinion on it, most of the people on ground always take it in an opposite way.
Yes.
Sometimes they see as if our opinions sometimes are not the right one.
They don't count. Or like you shouldn't give opinion when you are not living there. If you want to give your opinion, then come to the country and give it.
Come and say it now. So do you think the people in diaspora should stop having this kind of opinion regarding anything to South Sudan because they are not living there? It doesn't affect them.
No, they have a right to still speak on
South
whatever
Sudan.
is current on South Sudan matters. Because everyone knows when you relocate or you are resettled to another country, you don't stop becoming a citizen of your country unless you denounce your country, if you have good reasons of doing so. So as long as you are a dual citizen of your current host country and your country of birth, then you have opinion. You have to air your opinion when discussing matters of your current country of residence and your country of origin. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe it might sound a little bit harsh, but it seems like those on the ground who are always antagonizing the people from diaspora, it's like it comes from a bitter place. Or like you just feel like these people are not doing enough. Yet we all know people from the diaspora have done a lot for the country. Like right now, if you look at places like Sherkat, for example, which is where like majority of the Dinkas, especially Dinka Bor, are. Some 5-10 years ago, that place was not as developed as it is now. But then, can you say like that development happened minus the efforts of people from diaspora? No. Probably 50% of that development is thanks to Team Diaspora. And then the other 50% because of the people on the ground, someone with clean money and others who are looting from the country's coffers. So regardless of where you are located, you can always give out your opinion.
Yeah, so I would say no, the diaspora community should not stop having opinion because one, when we got moved or when people got moved to the country that they have been moved to, they did not revoke their citizenship.
True.
And the fact that you were born in that country, your heart's still there. You still have some of family members that are there.
Yeah.
So some of the issues that affect them, in a way, they reach you where you are.
Yeah. And
So-
affect you indirectly.
Yeah. So in a way, you can't really keep away from them. And if you look at it this way, people in diaspora have access to so much information,
Yeah.
the right and the good, the bad and the wrong thing. But our people at home, sometimes they don't understand that some of the information is limited.
Yeah.
That there are some issues that they don't understand beyond a certain scope, but they don't want to hear that part.
Yeah.
People in diaspora don't have this kind of opinion out of bad heart. They want the good thing for people living there. And that's why when people talk of corruption, it's not because we hate your uncle, we hate your father
Or your auntie.
or whoever of your family
your
member.
mother.
It's just that those funds that they're taking, they're meant for the good of all citizens in South Sudan.
True.
So when they are taken by one individual and we call them out, it's not that we want to be the one taking the benefiting from the corruption deals.
Yeah.
It's not that because it's not our family member that why people are making noise. It's just that it's a wrong thing.
Yeah.
If something is meant for public use, like public facilities,
system.
healthcare, education, whatever, then yeah, it should go toward that.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes you people see it, oh, it's our time to eat. Why are these people even still talking? It's not about eating. It's about the common good of every individual.
And the future of the country.
Yes.
Yeah, because if, let's say, the first president was corrupt, the next president doesn't have to be corrupt as well. You keep on improving. Just like, let's say, if you look at the Kenyan politics, when we started with Jomo Kenyatta, he had his own shortfalls, right? We went to Moi. He also had his own dictatorship things and other things. And then we went to Kibaki. When Kibaki came in, he made a lot of positive changes. And then he left and Uhuru came. Uhuru also made some good and bad moves. Now there's Ruto. He has his ups and downs. So everyone has to keep on evolving. That's why you don't have to settle for less. And if someone is pointing out something wrong with the government or something wrong with a certain move, then it's not because they are jealous or because since that thing doesn't affect them directly, they don't have to say anything about it. They still need to wear out their opinions. And also, given that you are now someone who is currently in the diaspora or in other parts of the world, they have seen a lot of things. Some have seen like how systems work. If everything is to go through the right channels, and if things like corruption are dealt away with. So if you give your opinion, then it means you've seen how people do their work. Like in the Western world, MPs don't handle cash. And there's nothing like bribing and stuff. But then if you look back home, there's a lot of bribery involved when it comes to elections time and other things. And these are some of the things that people in the diaspora try to point out and say we can still hold successful elections without having to bribe anybody. And then you get better group of leaders. Yeah.
But I was having this other question. Do you think Junubin in the diaspora will ever move back to South Sudan?
I don't think everyone will ever move back. Yeah.
Then they should stop having opinions if they're not going back.
No, but they always like every now and then I know a couple of people who go back home for visits and then you come back to do whatever you are doing.
Complete move.
No, like some have also moved back completely. Yeah, these things also they have some financial aspect to it, right? Let's say you have children. you can't just uproot yourself and your children and go back home without having structures in place for you to survive and also to settle with your children before you get something to work on the ground. Let's say if you have connections, which is also another bad thing, then you can easily go back home and you get hired and you are put to a higher position somewhere. Yeah, that way you are able to cater for your family and your children. But in most cases, like moving your entire family back, it's a challenge. Because given the kind of monetary support people from the diaspora give to their people back home, sometimes you live on paycheck to paycheck. You can't have enough funds to save up and then do something meaningful for yourself so that you are able to move back. And also, I'm very sure if you were to tell your relatives, I want to come back, they will not agree because they know if you are coming back, then how are we going to ask for 2K urgently and other things? Or like, how are you coming to survive and you don't have a job here? And the job market is already saturated.
Yes, so for me, I don't think South Sudanese will ever move back to South Sudan, those in the diaspora. And there are several reasons why I think so. One of them is the corruption. Corruption will lead to lack of job. You don't know anybody. You left the country 20 years ago. Your connections are so low. So when you look at what you are currently earning and going to zero earning, that one will stop people from going. And then also, our people are not business minded to say that I'll save up, go start something and run a business. We are people that always need to be employed. And some of us are not that educated. We're just doing, some of people are doing because handwork, the handy people, manual job. So you see, there are no factories in South Sudan where you're going to work. So you look at it that way, you say, no, I'm not anytime soon, not going to be jobless. And then also, even few that are educated, when they look at what they earn here and what they are going to earn on the ground, they always prefer what they're earning here as a bigger amount compared to what they might earn in South Sudan. So, but sometimes it is different because you have to look at the economy of each country. Because you earn that much amount here, but look at the expenses, the kind of expenses that you have. Number three, other reason why I think people will not move is, look at some of you at the age 50 something, you are still marrying. So when you marry at 50 something,
third wives.
Yes, you are going to give birth to young children. Those children will need your support so that they can even finish high school. And by then you will be in your 70s. When do you get time to get to South Sudan? You are giving birth to a 1-year-old next year. And then you need to support them for the next 18 years or for the next 16 years.
Tricky.
You are not moving back. You have these expenses in Kampala that you always have to take care of, in Nairobi, in any part of Uganda and Kenya. So you see, those factors will not let you go. Because now, if you move back then, you have no income, then what used to make you an important person disappear into thin air. You are such an important person right now because of the money. If you stop having money, even that wife of yours will not smile with you.
You become an old man. Broke.
Yes. And you see, and some kind of marriages that people are taking on right now will lead some people to work into their 70s. Because I was thinking the best way that people can move is that the people with intellectual, that even if you go to South Sudan, you're going to start something from a scratch and it will pay you. Number two is the retirement. When you hit your 65 or your 60, whatever, depending on what age. You can even
retire at 55.
Yeah, depending on what age you want to retire, you hit that number, you retire, you go back home, and you are depending on your pension. You are able to move back completely. And your children would have grown up by then if you have not added a new wife. So this issue of moving back, people will always talk of it, But I can assure you, only few of us will go back to that country alive. Because look at some of the relatives that came in their 40s or in their 60s. I'm looking at the one that have already passed 70 and they have not yet moved to South Sudan.
Yeah. Oh, okay, those that are settled recently.
Yeah. And then the healthcare too. So there's no day that people will...
Not everyone will move. That's what I know.
Moving back to South Sudan will happen on individual basis, your personal options.
Yeah.
But because of all these other factors, most people will not go.
Yeah.
Most people
There's
will
just
not
too
go.
much. Like, life abroad is not as easy as people try to think it is. Especially those on the ground. Like, if someone tells you, I need this amount of money, and they'll say in their currency, let's say 2K, 2,000 Kenyan shillings. To them, it's just like $20. But then to you, that $20 for you to get it, you have to work for like 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then whatever you earn is like, so for you to be able to move, you have to have saved up something. And then you start something, either a business or you build your own house. So that you don't go back and stay at relatives' places. Your level of respect itaenda chini. They'll be like, anatoka majuu na ana nyumba ya kukalia. Yeah, those things. So it's tricky.
All right, so that's it for Jimosi podcast. Let us know if you think the diaspora community should stop having opinion on South Sudan issues. And also if the people supporting the move of the Palestinian from Gaza to South Sudan should give the reasons why they support. They should not criticize people that are opposing that move. Give your reasons. And look at some of your reasons too, because some of the issue that you're looking at, like I mentioned before, can be resolved through a ballot or through change of leadership or through education that will make changes in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's it. I wrote 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. We are less than 25 away.
Yes.
So if you check to confirm if you have not subscribed and you're watching the video, click that subscribe button and let's go.